Thanks for tuning into the BoshNRoll channel. Liking the video and subscribing to the channel are free and easy for you, and they help me out a lot. If you want to go further with your support, Patreon and YouTube membership offer access to the BoshNRoll Discord community, early access to lists, written content, things like that. You can have me play your deck on the channel, and the highest tiers come with individual coaching sessions. If you use YouTube membership, you also get sweet badges and emotes integrated here into YouTube. You can support the channel while you shop at tcgplayer.com by using my affiliate link in the video description. And you can play any deck anytime by using a cardhoarder.com loan account on Magic Online. If you want to wear your support, check out the merch store. And of course, thanks for being here. Now let's go play some Magic. Welcome to another BoshNRoll video. Today, I am trying really hard, and here's why. Patreon subscriber Spunky, longtime reporter of the channel in a lot of big ways. If you watched any of my $500 playoffs versus Max Dorshan or Kai Sawatari, Spunky sponsored all of that. Big supporter of the channel. And he has laid forth another exciting challenge. I have 3 opportunities to 5-0 a league with some version of Bant, like the Bant shell. I can splash red, black, go 5 color, pure Bant, whatever. It has to be like that, endurance, white removal, cantrips shell. I have 3 opportunities to 5-0. And if I complete the trophy, I get $500 straight up. If I get it done in one, boom, $500 for one day's work. Not bad. So I am trying really hard because this is a lot of money, and the better I do, the quicker I get it. That brings me to this build of Bant Control. This is the Dark Bant, Black Bant, whatever you want to call it, Pokemoki Bant. This is the deck that Pokemoki pioneered right around Eternal Weekend. It's the deck that I played in my Eternal Weekend top 16 run. That video is available if you want to see 10 rounds played with this deck over a Swiss tournament where your pairings are actually affected by how well decks do in tournaments, and you actually run into the winner's metagame as you start winning. However, this is a Magic Online league, and as of right now, my last 10 matches I've played on Magic Online, the last 2 full leagues I recorded, were against 10 combo decks. And in the league before that, I think you have to go back 4 leagues before you see Delver at all. People just aren't playing that deck in the leagues as much as they are in a Swiss tournament. In a Swiss tournament, I would have this deck built somewhat differently, but for the leagues, I have tilted in the direction of combo. Canister just won the Legacy Mox qualifier with Reanimator, so Reanimator's hot right now. Oops All Spells is a very powerful deck. It's also a deck that you can speedrun leagues with and grind QPs. That's popular in the leagues right now. I'm seeing the Epic Storm, I'm seeing Doomsday, I'm seeing a lot of 8-cast and Painter Servant artifact-based combo decks. That's what I'm seeing in the leagues right now. I haven't seen Death and Taxes in, I feel like, 2 weeks. Just doesn't exist. I've seen a couple Bant Mirrors, but this deck is pretty good in the Bant Mirror. Even if you do give up a few slots for combo, you're still pretty good in the Bant Mirrors. And I've made a couple decisions because this challenge is being played in Moto leagues. I'm not building what I believe to be the abstractly best version of this deck. I am building what I think will perform in Moto leagues. What I've done differently in that regard is there's only 3 Baleful Strix in my list instead of 4. I've added an extra Force of Negation to the main. So I have 6 forces plus 2 endurance. That's 8 0-mana interactive spells for the graveyard-based combo decks. That's Reanimator, that's Oops All Spells, etc. In the sideboard, I've loaded up a little extra. I have a Containment Priest and a Null Rod in this deck that are not in Pokemoki's build. Pokemoki doesn't play Otherthorn Canonist either. I did play Canonist in Eternal Weekend, and I thought it was good. I thought the sideboard needed a little more for combo in the Swiss tournament, so I've definitely added even more for Moto League play. For the fair matchups, Plague Engineer, that's the reason to be black, pretty much. Witherbloom Command and Plague Engineer are the reasons to be black. And I have 1 Paradox Zone. I think this is a card that has potential to go way over the top in fair matchups. And I think it can help pick up the slack of the other things that are good in fair matchups, like the Baleful Strix and like the Raven's Crime that I'm not playing. And just the things I have trimmed from the sideboard. The 3rd Witherbloom Command is something that I cut from Pokemoki's build of the sideboard. I'm hoping Paradox Zone can pick up the slack in the fair matchups if we even play one. But I'm tucking this in the sideboard because I played a Paradox Zone Bant deck recently with 2 in the main, and I just played against 5 combo decks and boarded them all out every round and never got to cast it. But there it is in the sideboard. I'm ready to try it. 2 Narsets here. In the Eternal Weekend list, this was a Narset and a Jace. Jace does not help in any of the matchups that I'm expecting to see in the Moto League, so 2 Narsets. That is also a Pokemoki change that I agree with completely. And Veil of Summer, Run Afoul. Run Afoul is great because it kills Merit Lage and Murktide Regent. Like, that just checks both boxes. That's the best of both worlds. Hydroblast kills Ragavan or counters Burning Wish. Just best of both worlds there. And that's what I've done with the deck. I believe this to be on the grindier side of things you can do with Bant. I obviously the Yorion build is the most grindy because you have 20 extra cards to work with. You have a Zenith package, etc. But I think that version of the deck is too soft to combo for me to try to trophy a Magic Online League with. So I have gone with the tight little 60, tilted it towards combo. Let's see if I could go make some money. I'm on the draw in round 1. I like Swords to Plowshares, I like Teferi. I like that they both want white mana, so I'm not pulling my mana in too many directions here. I can just fetch Savannah and be off to the races. Dress Down is good against some of the combo decks. I don't like the lack of cantrips or early interaction. I am going to keep this hand, though. I can't just maul a hand assuming every opponent's on Oops All spells. Alright, rewarded. Kind of, because we're playing against Delver the first round after I just went on a long rant about how I haven't seen it in weeks. Okay, well, I have 2 plows. This would have been a great game to be on the play for, but I'm not. I'm going to get Savannah, try to get my green mana set up. I'm just plowing now. Daze is going to get me either way. If I plow now... Alright, cool. This lets them dash with a land. Just gotta hope they don't have one. Okay, Delver. And not Wasteland. Doing alright here. I have Swords to Plowshares ready. They did not re-Ragavan me. I could Dress Down in my end step and guarantee the Delvers don't flip. That's kind of funny. Dress Down doesn't have a whole lot of text in this matchup. But I think plowing one now and then bouncing the other with Teferi next turn is a better way to line this up. Nice mana base, by the way. Savannah and Underground Sea. Okay, the first Delver didn't flip. It means the second Delver doesn't flip. I'm not going to plow now. I'm still going to respect Dashed Ragavan. Mishra's Ball, well, that must have been the draw for the turn. They would have played that already if they had it last turn. Which also means they probably don't have a counter spell here. I'm going to plow immediately. And I think Teferi's going to resolve. Oh, okay, that's even better. Do I Wasteland is the question. Okay, they haven't had an opportunity to cast a main deck Pyroblast if they have one. Maybe they don't Force of Will my plow on Ragavan because that's not important, but they would definitely Force of Will a Teferi. I can play around Daze if I wait a turn, so I will. Just end this now. And I'm not going to try to Wasteland them. That doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm going to hold up Dress Down. This lets me play around Daze next turn. And I also get... Oh, I can't Mystic Sanctuary. Never mind. That's not an island. Mystic Sanctuary is not an option. I take it back. If they do dash a Ragavan this turn, they know what they're getting off of it because of Mishra's Bauble. Alright, Wasteland probably headed right for the white source. Yep. No question there. Tropical Island. If I play that, then Mystic Sanctuary is online, but that doesn't actually help. Alright, let's live in this Wasteland world. Let's do this together. That might end up being a mistake. Maybe you're just never supposed to Wasteland a Delver opponent. But I'm willing to get ugly if they want to. Drawing both Underground Seas kind of sucks. There's a 1/1 DRC. Brainstorm fixed their shitty hand. Okay, I can punch through Teferi with Force of Will next turn if I think that's necessary. If they go for Murktide this turn, I can shrink it. So DRC gets Delirious. I can shrink that if necessary. That's not a Wasteland. That makes me happy. Another DRC. I think I am going to Dress Down to absorb some damage here and cantrip. Just trying to advance my board. That Endurance is a brick house if I find a blue source or a green source. The mana in this deck is starting to catch up to me here. Okay, Teferi's a good one. 2 cards left. If they force, they lose their... Alright, yeah. If they force their Hellbent, and I'm happy to take the pressure off here and get deeper into my deck. Life from the Loam's a great card to have starting next turn. Okay. We're starting to have a plan come together here. Right, bolting to Fairy, maintaining base-related pressure. I could also pitch Loam to Endurance that shrinks DRC, make sure I don't get murked right now. But I can Mystic Sanctuary back my Swords to Plowshares. 2 cards in their hand. We know one's DRC. Alright, there's that. Love to find that green source right now. Ponder. Okay, I can Mystic Sanctuary, pick up Plow, Ponder, draw Plow, put Plow on top. Yes. Cast Ponder. Yes. I don't want this fetch land. I do want this Brainstorm. Don't shuffle. Cast a Loam, targeting the 3 lands. Green, blue. Alright. Loam is up. We're active. And I think I want to Plow right now. If they untap, they can hardcast Force of Negation. And I'm just trying really hard to not let anything like that happen. I need to fade Murktide Regent this turn. Oh shit. Okay, Expressive Iteration. That doesn't mean they don't have Murktide Regent. They could still land Murk. They milled a Daze. They are correct that that's not helping anymore. Wasteland. Are they going to attack white or green? Okay, cool. They attacked white. That's the wrong choice for this particular turn. I'm drawing a blue card to go with my Force of Will. I'll be able to punch through Endurance here. Don't dredge Loam. I don't want the Flooded Strand on top of my deck. Let me just do a green source count. There are 3 Trops, 1 Savannah, 1 Bayou. If I fetch another Trop, I don't have white, but I'm still rolling white in my hand. Okay. I'm going to let them go to their turn. I'm going to get greedy here. If they just main phase slam Murktide, I've been punished. If they go to combat, I'm rewarded. But I can force a Murktide also. Okay, that's fine. They get to attack. They have 3 cards in their hand. I have force back up. Lightning Bolt doesn't get them out of this. Green, green, blue. Here's Endurance. Target you. You lose Delirium. Eat Ragavan. They could bolt to finish off Endurance. Do I react to that? Do I care about that? And probably at least Brainstorm, see what happens. They milled Murktide Regent, interesting. I'm going to Brainstorm, see if I come up with a removal spell here. Okay, Force. Pitching Force is pretty good. Then I mill with Loam. Alright, yeah, I'm in for this. Force of Negation, pitching, Force of Will. Then my hand is rolled up. I mill those 2 lands I don't want with Life from the Loam. And I have Ponder. Do I start squeezing them with Wasteland? Or do I get my white sources under control? I'm going to Ponder and find out first. See what's more important. Okay, Baleful Strix. That's a good one. Don't shuffle the library. Cast Baleful Strix. Black, blue. We're starting to get control of this one. Wasteland you. I'm going to start pinching them off of lands. Wasteland, Savannah, fetch land back in my hand. I don't care if they daze or force Life from the Loam. That's a deal. And I'm not going to attack. I don't want them to be able to push damage with a Lightning Bolt. I'm at 9. I have 2 creatures they can't attack through. This is where I want to be. They kept the card on top with Iteration. No mill. Exiled Ponder and didn't cast it. Wow. Okay. Fascinating. I am going to dredge Loam. Wasteland, Loam, picking up Caracas and Tundra. Probably should have pondered before I did any of that, but now I'm going to ponder. Brainstorm and Ponder, yes. And still not going to attack. Next turn, they'll have no mana, and I'm going to Brainstorm all these lands I've been piling up into real spells. They packed it up. Game 1 in the bag. Okay, time to figure out what I'm doing in these subsequent games. Carpet of Flowers, Run Afoul, for sure. I want Hydroblast, Mystical Dispute, Veil of Summer, for sure. This is where the Gutshot and Raven's Crime would be good, but I'm not playing those cards for metagame reasons that have betrayed me. Jace, Dress Down, and all of the forces are not good here. Let's see if I have enough cards to bring in, or if I'm leaving some Force of Wills in the deck. It's awkward when you metagame for one thing and get paired against something else, but that's magic. Okay, if I have to cut all these cards, Plague Engineer, it's pretty slow and dies to Bolt. Paradox Zone is a finisher. The Narsets can challenge their Red Blasts, and I think Plague Engineer is the least bad card that's left here. Right, there's no 2-for-1s left. All of the forces are out. Jace is out. This is what I'm doing. Let's get in here and see if we can put something together with this awkward sideboard configuration. Leading on the Paradox Zone, not exciting. Mystic Sanctuary and Paradox Zone are both late game cards that I don't really want to see right now. Do I mulligan a hand that contains lands and Brainstorm, though? Opponent kept 7. I'm going to take a mulligan. I'd like to see... Okay, here we go. That's the sort of thing I wanted to see. I'm going to put Bayou back into the deck. I think the black mana is the least important color in the early turns. And Dragon's Rage Channeler. Happy to see that instead of Ragavan. I can cast Carpet and accept if it gets dazed. If it doesn't get dazed, I get to ponder right away, and then Uro on turn 2. That's a lot of upside. I'm going for that. This is a really good card to daze, though, because then you'll never daze anything again if this resolves. Okay, it resolved. It's exciting. Yes, make blue mana, ponder. Swords to Plowshares, Misty Rainforest, Brainstorm. These are all cards that I want. I'm going to stack them so Brainstorm's in my hand, Misty's underneath it, and Plow's underneath that. This insulates me from a dashed Ragavan. They get to take my Misty Rainforest, which I don't actually want. Wasteland's mostly fine. Carpet is doing what it's supposed to do in that case. And now they're pondering. Did not shuffle. Okay. In for one little point. You got it. All yours. I'm going to draw Misty Rainforest. I am going to make blue. And I'm going to play Misty Rainforest so I don't get dazed. And then cast Brainstorm, turn these lands into spells. Don't really need Underground Seas at this phase of the game. I don't think they're going to be a Stifle deck. So I'm going to play around Wasteland instead. That's a card that is in every version of this deck versus Stifle, which is mostly not in decks. Dashing Ragavan. There's 2 Underground Seas on top of my deck. If I go for a Plow, and if they get the mana either way. All right, I'm going to let them have the mana and make sure that they don't get a spell. I'm going to Plow in the end step. Okay, Brainstorm, that scared the shit out of me. I was like, oh my god, you are not a Stifle deck. Yeah, they cast a spell. Get out of here with that. Okay, Savannah or Tundra. There's a Tundra in my hand. I guess I need green this turn, so let's do Savannah. And then Swords to Plowshares. I think I want to target the Ragavan. If they counter this, it was leaving play anyway, which is kind of moral victory. But more importantly, the DRC is only representing damage, which is a lot more... or I'm much more worried about the card advantage from Ragavan. And if this Uro doesn't get countered, I'm going to get to put a land into play representing Plow or Hydroblast. There is a Tundra in my deck, so I could do either or both. Well, not both, but either. Feeling pretty good right now. Okay, they're pondering. Uro can escape next turn. Well, if they wasteland me and don't play another land, then it can't. Okay, wasting my white source. Okay. A Surgical Tundra. They could be on some level shit. Okay, they did not Surgical Tundra. They did Surgical Uro. I could Plow now before they know what they need to fight over. Do I want to Plow now? Do I Hydroblast, or does it matter? It doesn't matter. Resolves. I can't spend my Plow because they have Murktide Region in their deck. I can insulate against Ragavan with Strix Hold Up. Plow next turn. If I Hydroblast this DRC, or I could wait and just continue playing around Daze. They're getting a lot of card selection off of this card. Surgical targeting plow. Okay, well, it's a forced play now. Gonna get the Tundra and plow this thing. Doing it before the trigger, because they know what I'm gonna do here. They just made me make the play. And if they surveil into Delirium, they would have gained extra life. They're down 2 cards there. They spent Surgical Extraction to exile a card that already drew a card. And they spent Surgical Extraction, which faded a play, but I didn't lose a card over it. I'm out of plows now. Don't really need them. I hope. There's nothing left in my graveyard of Surgical of consequence. Oh, if they target Misty, they got me. Yes, make black. Make black. Blue, black, Baleful Strix. I don't think they have a 3rd Surgical, and I don't think they target Misty with it. I'm just not interested in that exchange either way. They can't daze. If they force, they're down to 1 card in hand. I guess if their hand is force blue card Murktide Regent, they're actually in pretty good shape if they fight over the Strix, which they did not do. If I draw a Wasteland, we're in business, but I kind of want them to have the... Okay. I kind of want them to keep their land because my carpet is fixing my colors right now. They know about Hydroblast, they don't know about Teferi, so I can let a Murktide Regent resolve. That's not my fight. That will eventually have to slam into my Strix for free. They get to select some cards along the way, but I'd rather counter the Bolt on my Strix than the DRC itself, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. Nice basic mountain, by the way. Playing around my carpet like a boss. We're just gonna go to my turn. I'm not red blasting. I will not be fooled. Yes, make blue. I am gonna play my land, and I'm gonna play Teferi. This plays around Daze and Pyroblast. I'm just gonna bounce this thing and move my velocity forward. I don't want to lose Teferi. I guess I wouldn't have lost it to a Pyroblast anyway. I'm just protecting Strix here. Like, as long as I have an answer to Murktide Regent ready, then I have a plan in this game. Okay, that's pretty good. I don't have a plan for that one right now. It's gonna draw a card, get attacked, maybe draw another card. Wasteland? Okay. Not using my carpet. Narset's gonna take a point here. I'm not gonna use carpet now either. Plus Teferi. I'm gonna wasteland them. I have enough lands now that I'm not worried about protecting my carpet count. I can kill a dashed Ragavan, so Teferi's pretty safe. The mana they have doesn't even cast Murktide Regent. I'm not going to fight over this. Pinching the threats is how I'm going to beat them, not trying to keep them from ever drawing them, because my deck's going to go long, especially now that my Uros are gone. Okay, this Lightning Bolt will create an interesting situation. They exiled Lightning Bolt with Expressive Iteration. See where they point it. I'll let Teferi die. I might protect Strix. Okay. Teferi's dead. Strix is my answer to Murktide Regent. Teferi already drew a card. Witherbloom. Okay. Opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So this can't deal 2 to Narset. Target creature gets -3/-1. They are somehow not delirious. I'm going to attack Narset. And I'm going to decline to do this and play my land. Witherbloom can answer some Ragavans, not the hasty ones. That Teferi turned out to be pretty good. Alright, well, counter target spell if it's red. They finally got my Hydroblast out of my hand. There's DRC, which is now delirious due to the Ragavan in the graveyard. I should have enough islands to get Hydroblast back on top of my deck right now. Let's do an island count real quick. Oh yeah, we're there. Tropical Island, Underground Sea, and I can grab the Hydroblast, which kills Narset. I wish I could get Brainstorm here, but obviously, for reasons that are Narset specific, that's not a thing. Mystic Sanctuary, get back Hydroblast. Yes. Draw for turn. I will make blue mana to cast this with. Kill DRC. Then attack and kill Narset. Okay, 1 problem down. Guess they could have Gutshot. Right, they do not. Dash Ragavan here is going to connect. Now I'm in the market for an endurance or similar. Like just some fatty. Here comes the Murktide. They've been sitting on this forever. Another Strix would be a great draw. Now cantrips and stuff are good. Swords of Plowshares, those have been exiled. Okay, Witherbloom Command finally found a friend. I can kill that Delver. And we are gonna draw... Come on, spell. Oh, Brainstorm, yes. Yes, use Carpet's ability. I'm gonna make blue. I think I want to command first. Green, black, because that'll put a land in my hand that I can then brainstorm away. Witherbloom Command for target player mills 3 and target creature gets -3, -1. Right, I'm actually going to mill them because they're already delirious and I like my cards. My Uros are out of the deck. Then I'm going to brainstorm. Shit. Well, that's bad. Well, they are top decking. Let's hope they don't top deck an answer to Strix quickly. What even are my answers anymore? I don't know that I have any. It's the Strixes. Yeah, I have to hold these things back with Strixes. And because Teferi's gone, my Plows are in exile. Ponder was a good draw. What am I drawing towards? My Jace is boarded out. It's literally Strix. Ponder shuffled. I'm also going to shuffle. Yeah, this is going to be a weird game. I got to start paying attention to the clock now because there's a good chance there will be a game 3. Oh, that card is in my deck. Ah! No, don't use this. I'm going to get in on a Wasteland. I'm going to take them off Hardcast Force of Negation before I spend my run afoul. All right, now we're in combat. I'm going to run them afoul. Bang. All right, that's gone. I still don't have an attack because I can't let them dash Ragavan and just turn this game around. I need an endurance to close now. And Plague Engineer is great at this point in the game because I can like name Monkey and take the actual monkey off my back. I'm just going to pass the turn here. No attacks. Lightning Bolt. That's gone. Do they have the Ragavan to go with it? Okay, no. A Narset or Endurance would be great here. Okay, I am going to make a pile of blue mana. I'm going to ponder. I have the fetch land to go with this. Is Life from the Loam good? A ponder is definitely good. I don't think Loam is actually good. I'm going to fetch. There might not be a fetchable left. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, Bayou is the last duel in my deck, and Flooded Strand doesn't get that one. Here we go. Not shuffle this library. Don't you dare. Narset. Do they have Red Blast? Shit. Okay. I've been Red Blasted. Don't find a threat right now, please. Okay, I'm drawing Mystical Dispute, which can counter Murktide, and then Loam's under it. If they find another land, right, I can't Murktide that, or I can't dispute that. Can't Murktide that. Can't do that either. Okay, there are convoluted lines here that involve wasting my own Mystic Sanctuary to then pick it back up with the next Life from the Loam. All right, it looks like they are Force of Negationing, which I think I actually have to dispute. Whether this Delver flips or not. I mean, run afoul, if I'm able to pick that back up, that's actually really good. Yeah, I'm going to dispute this if they Force of Negation. All right, well, Murktide Regent, you're going to get me. Does Loam even really matter here? As far as they know, like, is this where you would point your Force of Negation? I would protect my Delver. Not going to lie, if I lose my $500 because I timed out, I'm going to be so mad. There will be no consoling me. Right, Wasteland's in play. Pass the turn. I'm not going to waste them. I can't take them off anything important. Please miss, please miss, please miss. Okay, they missed. So I think I still just need to draw cards. Like this Loam, this like plan to waste my own Mystic Sanctuary, that's not a real plan. Not in this situation. I'm just drawing cards. I need endurance. Hey, there you are. What's up, man? Okay. I'm giving them a second opportunity here to draw Force of Will, but I'll see it if they draw it. Okay. I am going to Wasteland one of their lands and then Endurance them. I don't want to get Murktide Regented here. I'm not getting murked. Look at this graveyard, it's so big. Delver's not flipping. I just pulled ahead on clock. They're spending a lot of time thinking right now. I think they're deciding if losing their Delver to get value off a Bolt is worth doing. All right, yes. Make white. End this. I'm going to start attacking. I think in real life I would not be attacking here, but in Moto I need to end the game. I'm still worried about Ragavan, but I always will be. That's my life. That is the way of things. Okay, they don't have Ragavan. They don't have a creature at all, unless it's Murktide Regent. And Delver didn't flip, so they have creatures in their hand that they can't cast. Which probably means Murktide Regent. Getting in again. I think I Dredge Loam next turn, take them off blue, so they can't Murk. Uh-oh, there it is. Please don't break open my life. Just hit some irrelevant card. Fucking Ragavan. They hit Bayou, okay. I'm out of fetchable lands. There's no real lands left in my deck. All right, now that they've made a treasure, I don't think wasting them matters. I'm just going to draw spells. Yes, Baleful Strix. Excellent spell. Make black, blue. Probably should have floated blue and tapped my black source instead of making black and tapping a blue source. Better this way. And I'm getting Pyroblasted. Okay. I'm going to pass the turn. They can't kill an Endurance. I'm just going to hold back the Ragavan. I'm ahead on clock. I'm ahead on board. There's another Strix and another Endurance in my deck. As long as I don't just die somehow. Wasteland sucks. I don't care about that. I have Carpet of Flowers in play and just infinite lands anyway. They know what I'm drawing with Bauble. There's Ragavan. So I'm not drawing Witherbloom Command, obviously. Still not dredging. Yes, make white. Exile this. Time to attack again. They have a second Ragavan. I guess that would make sense to like bait out removal and then push. But they're at 6. All right, they're just passing the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they can't Murktide. They're one card short of Murking. I'm actually kind of, maybe I'm being a noob, but I am worried about decking myself. So that's why I'm not dredging Loam at this point. If they Murktide, I'll feel bad about it, but drawing Karakas means I'm not worried about Ragavan now. Okay, you're at 3, go. Oh, they're just flinging bolts at my head, that's bad. If they bolt me out, that's a way they can win this. Iteration, if this hits land bolt and their hand is bolt, that's a play. I mean, Murktide Regent is live now. They hit Scalding Tarn. Yeah, they can Murktide here. Oof. Okay, Strix and Endurance are still in the deck. Let's do that. Ponder, okay. I'm gonna decline my Carpet for now. I don't know what I need to cast yet. All right, Baleful Strix is a good one. Baleful Strix, not Dredge Loam. Gonna go to second main. Yes. Make blue. Blue black. That's me Strix. Please don't force this. Oh wow, they had force. Well, they can't attack. They're hellbent. Oh shit, they can't attack. Fuck. Alright, they're gonna win this game. My top card is... Oh, I should have played my land. I'm such an idiot. Yeah, alright. I was panicking. And I should have played my fetch land, even though there's nothing to fetch. Because I know the top of my deck isn't helpful. Oh, I can Dredge Loam. That doesn't matter, though. Yeah, because then I end up with Loam instead of... Oh, wait. The Brainstorm was on top. I'm so smart. I thought it was the other card. All right, Brainstorm. Please don't Pyroblast me. Do not Dredge Loam. Do not Dredge Loam. Do not Dredge Loam. Put back... Fuck. Land. All right, I am going to... Okay, I just found a fetchable land, so I can do that. All right, we're still playing. Blue, blue, blue. Narset. Activate. Witherbloom Command, Paradox Zone. Witherbloom Command, you're dead. Black. Green. Target player mills 3 and someone loses 2 life. Bang! Put Wasteland back in my hand for good measure. Whoa! Wow. That was fucking stressful. Awesome match of Magic. Spunky, I'm coming for your money. Here we go. Playing first in round 2. Obviously a mulligan. No lands at all. Island Ponder Keep. I'm gonna bottom one of the forces. Hopefully that's not a card I need two of. And I'm gonna get Tropical Island. And there's more blue sources than black sources in the deck. No, I'm gonna get Underground Sea. All right. I'll worry about Endurance later. I need to worry about land drops now. Okay. Baleful Strix, Bayou, Force of Negation. All right, now I have double force in my hand if I need that. And then the Bayou's on top. If they just wasteland me, I'm in a lot of trouble. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Prismatic Vista. All right. Vista decks generally don't have wasteland in them. I guess that's not true. I made that up completely. I play a lot of Vista decks with wasteland in them. Noble Hierarch is a weird one. Is this Food Chain? Is this some sort of Maverick pile? This deck is either Food Chain or has wasteland in it. And there's not much in between. Bug Food Chain, Bug Leovold, Bug Plague Engineer. It's awkward. I don't really want to force this, but I think I have to. I'm gonna pitch Force of Negation on it. My Strixes are actually pretty important in my plan here. Ooh. This would be a lot better if they didn't have Noble Hierarch. Probably still good though. I'm gonna waste them to play around Days. They only have one island, and then blue-black Strix. I found another land, and the land casts Endurance. All right, this is a scrappy little game we're playing here. No black mana. Uro, okay. I have Endurance for that. They did not hit a land off of Uro. I'm gonna attack with my creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, they can't escape Uro just yet. They have to do something first. All right, black mana's back. God, what is this shit? Oh, Zenith. Don't like it, but okay. I can't Zenith for Plague Engineer. Zenith doesn't go to the graveyard. Oh, right. Fuck. Leovold. Should have responded to that one. Damn it. They're going to get an extra card. Such an idiot. All right. Well, enjoy your extra card. I'm still clapping for damage here. Should have thought of that. That's pretty obviously the best green 3-drop you can get in Bug, and it's not even close. Oh, Dress Down. That's really good. That turns off Leovold enough for me to ponder. I think I'm just going to attack for 4, though. In case they have some sort of, I don't know, value plan. I don't know what I need to play around here, but I'm ahead on board, so I'm not going to commit my spell to it. They can play their own Endurance here. I'm happy to trade Endurance for Baleful Strix. That's not a big deal. Oh, Collected Company. That's horrifying. All right, I have to let that resolve. Because Dressing Down loses Death Touch on my Strix, which is as bad as anything else that's going on here. Like, if they just get to eat my Strix for free with Leovold. Okay, Coatl and Endurance. Sure. That's not a huge deal. They'll trade their Coatl for my Strix, certainly. And bounce off my Endurance. Got it. I think I want to Dress Down in their end step. Yeah, I'll take this trade. That's fine. I'm still bigger than Leovold on board. They can hardcast Force now, though. Not if they tap mana. Ooh, my cards are more important than theirs. Oh, and I get to attack into this thing because of the Dress Down anyway. And maybe I'll get a freebie if I just attack with Endurance. But is having the extra mana worth more? I think it is. That also means they can't tap Hierarch for mana on my turn. Oh wow, that's worth a Force of Will to you? Sure. Oh, hope you didn't need that Force of Will, I guess. AK, I hope you did. Oh no, are you a Stifle deck? Am I getting Stifled? Oh, Opposition Agent? Opposition Agent? Wow. I'm getting outgotten by the very deck that I'm trying to play. I'm deciding if I want to let them see my deck right now or not. Like, there's technically still game to play here. I don't want them to see my whole deck. A couple mistakes were made there. I was not going to play around Opposite Agent ever in my life, but the extra card they got off the obvious Zenith for Leovold, that was really bad for me. That also shows why they would Force of Will the Dress Down. Okay, Containment Priest is great here. Paradox Zone, this is what you're for. Veil of Summer, excellent. Carpet of Flowers, dangerous against Leovold, but also pretty reasonable. Like, if they have Leovold, they get to draw a card every turn. with my Carpet. If they don't have Leovold, Carpet gets to dominate this fair matchup. Plague Engineer can break through a Strix situation. Dress Down actually looks pretty good. Force of Negation, out. Force of Will, I can get thinner on those. But Dress Down's actually really good. Wither Bloom Command, that kills Noble Hierarch. Yeah, that's good. Teferi and Endurance are important. Maybe I don't need both Dress Downs, but I'll leave one around. Do I just go to 0 forces? I have Dispute, and there's a Flusterstorm in the main. I just play another board here. Heads up, 7 up, as they say. Yeah, this is just like a tighter, more... Like, I built my deck for Planted Towards combo. My opponent built their deck for fair. Gonna need Paradox Zone to show up here. Containment Priest real good, though. Do I bring in Surgical Extraction for their Uros? Probably not. Alright, this is what I'm doing. On the play, they didn't show me Wasteland. That doesn't mean they don't have it. I am going to keep this hand, though. Got a bunch of cantrips and lands to cast them. What else do you want? Ponder. Just show me 3 lands here. Fuck. Well, if they are a Wasteland deck, we're in trouble. Okay, basic Island. Go. I like that. I like this Loam, too. I need Ponder to find the second land for this to matter, though. Okay. I like Endurance, and I like this land. This land can Mystical Dispute or Fluster or Plow. Got options. Alright. That's weird. Is it weird? Or is it fine? I'm going to fetch right now. Yeah, Coatl's fine. Not Opposition Agent, therefore we're going to get along. I didn't want that Endurance on top of my deck. I do want access to white mana. There's the zone. I can Loam just 1 land back up and start to go slow here. Or I could Brainstorm and try to pull way ahead. I'm going to Brainstorm. That's how I do. I found a land and a second Plow. This is good stuff. Wasteland looks like it's going to be medium minus even. Though it is a land drop. Narset's good next turn. Plow, not going to help this turn. All right, I'll tuck the zone and Wasteland. And then Life from the Loam. No, I don't need to Loam. Hold on. Nope. I'm going to hold up Mystical Dispute and Flusterstorm for their Zenith or Narset or whatever the fuck they're trying to do this turn. Because I have land drops lined up. I can Loam next turn with the Wasteland and still hold up all my interaction. Green, colorless. Now I have Plow with Fluster backup. I could have also Narseted with Fluster backup there, but I like taking a defensive posture right now. I'm drawing the zone, which if there was ever an opportunity for the zone to go nutty, this is it. I'm going to Plow this rather than Dispute it. Because Dispute can hit Planeswalkers and counter Leovold on the way down, which are things that Swords to Plowshare can't do. Like so. Please don't have Veil of Summer. Alright, cool. I just got back the card that I gave them in game 1. They can't Opposition Agent right now. Do I Wasteland, Fetch land, Loam back 2 things? Or I could just slam the zone. They have 5 cards in hand. I don't think I slam zone. That sounds really bad. Do I waste them at all? Is that the line? Kind of like constricting them. They seem pretty greedy. Yeah, I'm going to waste and then Narset with Fluster backup. Narset. Activate. Dress Down and Swords to Plowshares. Plow's got to be better than Dress Down. Do I fetch now to play around Oppo Agent? I don't think that's necessary. Dryad Arbor is the play. I'm going to attack Narset for 1. I'm not going to Plow this thing straight into their agent. No, thank you. I could fetch now. They can't agent. Yeah, resolves. They're playing on basics. I can't counter that one. See if they want to finish off Narset or just... Yeah, it wouldn't make sense to finish off Narset. They have 4 cards in their hand. Oh, this is tough. Do I want to try to work through this? Or am I dredging Loam? those are not mutually exclusive necessarily. I think I just... Oh, this can't fetch Savannah. I was about to fetch Savannah. It doesn't work. If I fetch Tundra, then I don't have double green. Do I want to plow Dryad Arbor? Is that even part of the plan? I don't think so. I'm just going to draw a card. Or, no, I got to dredge loam this turn. Fuck. Alright, I'm dredging loam. Milled over a carpet, that would have been okay, I guess. Right. Narset, let's play. Fuck. Fuck. Well, completely missed on that one. Wasteland, Savannah, Misty Rainforest in my hand. And I'll play the Savannah. I have a double white now. And next turn I can Paradox Zone with Fluster back up. And we're going to see what this card is actually made of. I'm also going to plow Dryad Arbor right now. The mana denial has come this far. Let's finish it off. Fucking Narset. Top 10 anime betrayals. I'm way behind on clock too. I gotta figure this one out. Right, I'm not dredging loam. I'm drawing cards. Endurance, pretty solid. Well, I guess I should fetch first, see if they have the opposition agent. I have the plow and Fluster backup. I'm gonna get Tundra, and then let's get in the zone. Oh, it resolved. I can Fluster an Assassin's Trophy. They can't decay this. This is the test. If this card is remotely playable, this is the game where it's gonna just win on its own. Waddle, okay. That's not gonna race Paradox Zone. Grist goes off at 5. They have 1 creature in their graveyard. Okay, I'm not worried about that. They milled a Strix. They have 2 creatures in the graveyard now. Let's see if they're gonna push for damage with their insects or just take the Death Touch point. Just the Death Touch point. Okay, squad. Looks like we are in the zone. Uro is a good card. All the time, every time. I'm going to take my Wasteland where I can get it. Oh, they're doing something. Collected Company. That's a Fluster Storm, if I ever saw one. Maybe I'm supposed to Endurance in response. And then if they force Endurance, I can Fluster both. But maybe that doesn't matter. Here's Uro. Gain some life. Pull ahead of the damage here. Not dredging loam. Prismatic Ending is good. That will remove Grist eventually. And I do get to attack Grist because this will just get replaced with a 4/4. I don't care if it trades with Coatl. Oh, it trades with 2 insects. That's even better. Okay, deal. And in the end step, I get a 4/4. All right, they evoked Grist, or evoked Endurance. Just aggro evoked. That's weird. It doesn't affect the zone. They could have untapped. What if they drew a land and just get to cast that card? Then it's in play, and I still don't have a graveyard. 1, 2. All right, they still only have 3 creatures in the graveyard. Assassin's Trophy is in the deck, so they do have an out to Paradox Zone, theoretically. Strix is pretty cool. I'm going to attack Grist, see if I can get a block before I show them that I have Grist covered anyway. Grist could just take 4 here. All right, yeah, Grist just took 4 there. That's smart. My opponent's on the level. Black, blue, Baleful Strix, Hull Breacher. Hull Breacher resolves. Swords to Plowshares, that card. Even if their last cards in hand are Force Blue card, it's not even that big of a deal. Okay, and now I can still remove Grist. If I care. Do I care? I can't just play around Opposition Agent here. Just fetch and pass. I don't really care about their graveyard. Yeah, I'm just gonna zone up. Zone defense over here. 8/8 in play. 16/16 coming next turn. Plague Engineer, sure. Naming fractals. Good luck, have fun. There are Plague Engineers somewhere in my deck that can name Snake or Insect. Do I want to take this 2 points? Yeah, that's fine. In the end step, I'm going to Endurance. I'd really like to remove Grist. Like, my worries get so much smaller once Grist is out of play. I am Endurancing them, even though it does put Leovold and some cool options back into their deck for Zenith. Ooh, okay. What does that do? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I can exile Plague Engineer. Okay, blue, white. green. Without Plague Engineer. Now you don't have Death Touch anymore. And I'm going to attack Grist with the creatures that can kill Grist, and I'll attack their face with the creatures that can't kill Grist. Looking for some chump blocks here. I'm trying to just keep their material off the board while I go after Grist here. Okay, they haven't shown me Daze yet. Please don't have it now. White, blue, green, 3 colors. Grist is out. 16/16 is in. And Jace is coming down next turn. Yeah, Paradox Zone is decent. Right now they're just attacking with 1 Coatl. They're pushing for damage where they can, but they know this race is falling apart quickly. It's going to attack with all my creatures. Collected Company in response. That's pretty exciting. I hope they don't have anything like really good. Like Baron. Oh, just 2 Uros. Alright, that gains 1,000,000 life. Draws 2 cards. Okay, that lets me Jace this turn, though, with feeling pretty safe about it. I was worried about Hull Breacher. Didn't want to Jace just recklessly. And they do need to put some blockers up. I have a 16/16 in play. Wow, leaving back their Insect. Fearless. I guess they know it'll just be bigger next turn. Blue, blue. Colorless. Colorless. Another black source in the deck if I need it. I'm going to Brainstorm. Uro is a good one. Put Flooded Strand, Wasteland on top of the deck. Play Wasteland for turn. Green, blue, colorless. Here's my Uro. I draw Wasteland. I Wasteland you. And then I get a 32/32. All right, this game brought to you by Paradox Zone. Showing up. Okay, so we've seen Hull Breachers and Opposition Agents. Oh my, they're a Collected Company deck. Oh, I didn't have Plague Engineer in my deck. Well, that would have been good to know. And them having Grist means that Containment Priest doesn't stop Zenith for 3. They can't get Leovold, but they can still get Grist. Probably want a Plague Engineer in my deck. They showed me multiple snakes and multiple insects. Like, just having something to clean up a cluttered board state is nice. Do I actually want Carpet? They didn't show me any mana denial, except for the Opposition Agent. And they do have Leovold. Is Carpet doing anything important for me? I mean, obviously, if I could choose to have it in play in this matchup or not in play, I would choose to have it in play most of the time. But it's not a great top deck. It doesn't actually counter their strategy in any way. It just gives me more mana to cast spells with, which, I mean, is good. I don't think I want Carpet. I'm off it. I do like Dress Down. They have enough scary creatures that dressing down is a nice option to have. Oh yeah, Containment Priest against Coco. Yeah, they're Coco and Zenith. I knew that in my head, I just hadn't said it out loud yet. But yeah, Priest also stops Collected Company. I'm keeping this hand. I have my colors, I have Swords to Plowshares. Let's do the thing. I am down 5 minutes, but I still have 11.5 minutes. That's plenty of time to win a game. Caracas answers Leovold in a way that I enjoy. Just going to play a fetch land and pass. And what I mean by a way I enjoy is I mean reliably, not that I enjoy letting them draw cards every time I bounce through Leovold. Okay, I'm going to play my backup fetch land in case I need to respond to something with my first fetch land. I'm going to get Tundra and Bayou and cast Strix. Yeah, that gets me all my colors set up. Black, blue, Strix is in play. We're just working up to Paradox Zone. That's the plan. It's the whole plan. Coatl in response. Dueling triggers. Father versus son. Alright, Narset's pretty great. Narset's the kind of thing that can challenge their counter spells and removal spells on the curve up to Paradox Zone. We've entered the Hull Breacher or Opposition Agent question mark party place. Whatever the fuck I'm saying right now. I'm saying they have 3 mana. I'm not going to trade with a Coatl. They've shown me much better creatures than that. Wasteland is not helpful here, regrettably. Narset, you don't care about either of those things that I mentioned. And let's look at some cards. Yeah, that doesn't affect Narset. Grab Flusterstorm. Okay. The 1 counter spell still in my deck is here with the one Paradox Zone in my deck. That's the plan I'm playing too. Are they just going to jam Coco main phase right now? That would be pretty awful for me. I don't know, maybe it's fine. How bad could it be? Where I die to Heliod and Spike Feeder. Well, I have Narset in play, so like Uro doesn't even trigger here. Yeah, these are just 2 creatures. Just 2 fucking 1/1s. You spent 4 mana for 2 1/1s. Resolves. Trigger resolves. No spells. And can't attack with Hull Breacher because I'll just eat it. They can put a damage on with Coatl, that's fine. That was awesome. Okay, I want Karakas to be the white source that removes Hull Breacher. Blast this Hull Breacher. And I can cast Endurance next turn. I'm not activating Narset. I think she's doing more as a Narset than as a random spell. They did just put up the 5th land for Hardcast Force. Let's test what you got. Here's Endurance. I'm going to target them. Let's get those shitty lands back into their deck. I will commit to keeping Narset around for another turn with my blocks. And when Company doesn't draw 2 cards, it's a whole lot worse. Strix. Okay. Well, Hull Breacher test. Black, blue. Probably should have tapped Tundra because I have other white mana. I don't have other green mana. Alright, not punished. Yeah, I'm going to leave up Plow and Flusterstorm here. I'm just working into this zone. Work into the zone. Always grinding into the zone. That's the BoshNRoll grind set. I will trade Strix for this. Mine drew a card. Yours didn't. You're stuck under the Narset. Okay, passing the turn. That's good news for me. I'm going to Ponder. I have Plow for a Hull Breacher. Oh, they didn't have it anyway. Oh, yes. Veil of Summer is what I'm looking for. Mystic Sanctuary comes into play tapped, but that's actually fine. Do not shuffle this. Play the land tapped. And then I'm just going to pass. I'm just dancing this whole game around Paradox Zone. I want to cast it with Veil of Summer and Flusterstorm protection on an empty board. This Oppo agent. Oh, Endurance. Yeah, sure. Endurance. Are they going to target me? Yes. Okay, sure. And I'm going to Plow now while Flusterstorm is still available. Next turn, they're going to untap with a zillion mana, and it's just not going to be a thing anymore. But now I have to respect Hull Breacher because I can't just laugh it off with a Plow anymore. Land, go. Veil of Summer. I'm going to Ponder. I want to Ponder. I want Veil and Fluster up. Oh, shit. Okay. That scared me. I want Veil and Fluster up when I go for zone. Brainstorm, Ponder, Mystical Dispute. Kind of want lands, not any of this stuff. But I mean, this stuff is also good. I'm going to shuffle, though. You will never see me shuffle a Ponder like that ever again. I could go for the zone now. I'm actually going to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Oh, I need green mana in this somewhere. They're about to clear Narset, so I need a second engine online right now. All right, it resolved. If their plan is Assassin's Trophy, I'm ready. Veil of Summer. Oh my god, it worked. Oh, we've got the summertime sadness. Let's go. Paradox Zone's in play. I've made a fractal. I just lost Narset, but that's okay. She did her job. We know they have more than one trophy in the deck. I'm a little worried about that they need exactly that. Baleful Strix, okay. Unlocked their handful of shitters. Zenith for 3, this is probably getting Leovold, unless they have a Rex Sage or something. Yeah, Leovold's not even that bad right now. Unless they can clear the zone, which they were not able to do. Okay. I have Karakas for Leovold. Okay. Let's get Leovold out, because I do plan on doing some cantripping this turn. Ponder. Backup Narset. I love that. Do not shuffle. Play Uro. Blue. Green. Colorless. Uro. Uro gets to put this fetch land into play, and I still have my land drop for the turn, which can make sure that they don't have any tricks. Fetch, as long as there's a blue source in my deck, I can arse it here. All right. Gonna get Tropical Island, and I'm gonna attack. See if they want to trade their Death Touch creature. They didn't fall for it. Second main, Narset. Narset's back, zones in play. Prismatic Ending. That can answer things. Zone made a 4/4. They can't kill Narset with what they have on board. Little fetch action here. Leovold's back. Okay. It's another company. That's another Zenith. Is this one for Uro? Is this for Grist? Where are we going with this? Endurance. Okay, that clears out my Uro. That makes sense. It's a temporary stopgap measure, though. The zone is just burying. All right, they are putting enough damage on Narset that I can't activate her even if I want to, which I don't. Teferi. Hello. Okay. That's a good one. White, colorless, blue. Here's Teferi. And I'm going to bounce Endurance, exile. All right. White, green, black. I'm going to get rid of Leovold forever. Don't want to deal with that. I'm going to... I can plus Teferi. Yeah, minusing Teferi gives them 2 easy attacks. Maybe not. If I bounce a Coatl, or if I bounce Strix. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't give them easy attacks. And I can attack with my 4/4. I'll have an 8/8 and a 2/2 to block with, and they can decide if they want to fight over Narset or Teferi. And I'm holding up my Flusterstorm. I can Brainstorm to get an extra Point of Storm if necessary. Time to learn which Planeswalker they care more about. It's Narset. That's good. I like the relief of having Teferi in play. Just not having to think about Hull Breachers or opposition agents. Like, all of that just makes me really happy. Or counterspells, Veil of Summers. Yeah, that does let them redraw with the Strix I bounced. Makes sense. I'll be crunching for millions of damage next turn. Arrakis, okay. I don't have any legends in play. Storm is 1. Wrist. That can kill Teferi. I don't have any counterspells in my deck. Not going to try to look for one. That isn't there. Do they want to kill Teferi? Do they want to kill my 8/8? Do they want to make an insect? Ignoble Hierarch. Cool. What is this Grist going to do? I would sack Ignoble Hierarch to kill the 8/8. So we'll see if they care about Teferi. All right, Teferi. Teferi that already drew a card, created tempo. That is a positive exchange for me. Press down. Love it so much. Brainstorm. Find some action. Nice. Always happy to see additional endurances. I'm just going to attack my opponent's life points directly at this point. I'm not super worried about Grist. It already did the thing that would have been scary. I can push... Yeah, I can push a card deeper here. I'm going to do that. Take the Death Touch off of this card. Let's keep my 8/8 around. Lets me shuffle away the land that's on top of my deck that I don't want. Zach dressed down first, just to make sure Moto doesn't bug. These fractals should come in with +1 counters, because Paradox Zone is putting the counters on them, not the fractals themselves. But I don't know if I trust Magic Online to do that correctly. Luckily, I don't have to. Played a land from their hand. Activated Grist on the plus. I'm going to fetch. I don't care about Opposition Agent at this point. There's anything for 3. I'm going to fetch in response. And get... I think it's Savannah. Not sure that it matters. I suspect they're just going to get Uro here. Try to make this game last longer. Oh, Endurance. Why would you get Endurance here? Oh, they tucked their own deck. Fascinating. Okay. Uro. Don't mind if I do. Okay. Wasteland your Caracas. Floating. Bounce a legend. Let me go to combat. Oh, they do have stuff. Collected Company. Flusterstorm for 2. You don't say. You do not say. Nothing like finding a relevant spell pierce on turn 11 of a Magic game. Okay, now I can Uro pre-combat. in case I draw a removal spell or something relevant. This might affect how they block, but I don't really care. Put them in the zone. This was a Paradox Zone coast-to-coast match. Nobody else gets any credit. Paradox Zone did this, all the work. We're 2-0, Spunky. I hope you got your PayPal ready. We're a few rounds into the video. Thanks for sticking with me. Friendly reminder that if you're still here and having fun, smash that subscribe button. And if you want to play what I'm playing, you can use my affiliate link for TCG Player to support the channel while you shop for cards, and you can try any deck anytime with a cardhoarder.com loan account for Magic Online. All these links are in the video description below. Now back to the league. I'm on the play in round 3 against Aaron Relentless, who is usually a Death and Taxes player historically, but has been on Elves lately. I'm going to keep. Elves is not particularly winnable in game 1, but I do have Swords to Plowshares here. Let's give it a shot. This is where the Black Splash pays off. Those Plague Engineers are worth their weight in gold. They're worth nuking your mana base for. Let's go. Just going to fetch land go. Aaron is a recent Legacy Eternal Weekend champion with Elves. Won the Bayou, in fact, in the perfect form of Justice. Okay, Zenith. I am going to plow this to slow him down. There's no Scrubland in the deck. That makes this kind of awkward. Yeah, I can't cast Strix if I plow here. Checkmated by my greedy mana base. I'm going to need green mana eventually. I can go Tundra Bayou. That casts Strix. Okay. Tundra. Plow. Oh wait, I can't fetch Bayou. Shit. Alright, I'm going to need some help here. Well, obviously drew the card that I most wanted on the Earth. Before the plow. The Wasteland would have been phenomenal. Okay, I can't fetch Bayou. I can cast Loam this turn. Could also just Strix. Or I could get Trop. Yeah, I'm going to get Tropical Island and cast Loam. Just pull ahead in this brief window where I can get ahead. Elves confirmed. Not that there was any doubt. Ooh, that was an important land. Uro, happy to see you. You are much better than Baleful Strix on this board. Uro triggers. Find me a Swords to Plowshares. Mystic Sanctuary. That rebuys Swords to Plowshares. That's actually insane. Do I want them to know that? Can I do anything about it? If I go fetch land now, yeah, I'm going to Sanctuary the Plow back on top of the deck. If they're going to miss land drops against me, I'm going to plow their mana creatures. I will aggressively force him negation a Green Sun Zenith or Glimpse or literally anything I can point force at. It's going to happen this turn. I would force a Once Upon a Time. I can't force that one. I am drawing Swords to Plowshares for my turn. Plow the Symbiote because that's how that works. I guess I can Strix first. The Underground Sea. Blue-black. Kind of want to Dredge Loam, but no, not yet. Alright, Flusterstorm's phenomenal. Alright. Exile the creature that will be exiled if I target it. We've stymied the beatdown plan with Baleful Strix. We know they have 7 spells in hand because they haven't made a land drop since turn 1. I am likely to Dredge Loam next turn just to get enough cards for Uro. Like, I need Uro to get to work here. I need to pull ahead. You can't just fart around forever against Elves. They will kill you. Not like this, though. Beautiful little Flusterstorm. Maybe I should have let that resolve because I have the Wasteland. I could have saved that Flusterstorm for something better. Ugh. I'm getting cocky. I need to slow down. Alright, never mind. Wasteland found a home. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I don't have to Dredge Loam to play Uro now. Don't Dredge Loam. I want to draw spells. I'm going to fetch a green source to cast Uro with. Hope they don't have Endurance. I think it would have been on the stack if they had it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I lose my Loam, but that's not super important to this matchup. Green, green, blue, blue. If I were confident they didn't have Endurance, I could have pondered first to keep the Loam, but I don't think that's that important. Let's find a white spell right now. Oh my god. Okay, I think I'm more worried about Heritage Druid than Reclaimer. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of Heritage Druid. Just keep their material at a minimum. They've been stuck on mana this whole game. Don't give them the chance to play an elf and just have 4 suddenly. Wow, stealing game 1 against Elves, huge deal for the prospects of this matchup. Alright, Containment Priest, Ethersworn Canonist, Plague Engineer. all very obviously a part of the plan. I like Narset in this matchup because it stops Wirewood Symbiote, Elvish Visionary bullshit, also stops Glimpse. The entire Glimpse line doesn't exist. I don't like any of these other cards. Like Veil of Summer, they're probably going to bring in Thoughtseizes, but I don't think that's good enough. Okay, what is bad? Despite it showing up pretty reasonably, that matchup, Force of Negation actually sucks. Counterspells in general are pretty bad because of Allosaurus Shepherd, but I have so much removal for the Shepherds that I think that I want to keep some number of forces still in. Flusterstorm is pretty bad. And there's not a lot of stuff going on for Endurance in this matchup. And Teferi basically doesn't matter. I don't have any sweepers or anything that I could flash in representing combat. I'm not worried about them having tricks. This is what I'm doing. My extra hateful sideboard is helpful instead of hurtful for the first time in this match, or in this league. Well, if I was cheating, my hand would look like this. I'm going to keep. Plow the 1-drop, plow the 2-drop, clean up with Plague Engineer. Thoughtseize is pretty solid against this hand, like clearing the Engineer. I guess like even clearing the Engineer, they still have to work through 2 plows. This is a good one. They're on 6. Fetching Bayou fearlessly in the face of the Wasteland that they saw. I'm gonna... Do I need to plow this? I'm going to. And I'm gonna do it off of Savannah. So the Mystic Sanctuary is literally right there in my hand. Alright, I'm doing it off Tundra. Elf decks don't play Choke these days. That might have been aggressive on the plow, but the way my hand is shaping up, just keeping them off of anything for any amount of time is pretty insane. I get to Ponder and plow this turn. Ponder. I can tuck this Force of Will in my hand for good measure. And I am plowing this immediately. Grist is the last card I'm worried about, and the Force of Will should cover that. That is not my target. Ooh, Cradle. Okay. I have some options here. I can play Narset and just bet that they can't combo with that situation. I could play Plague Engineer on Elf and just get ahead of whatever their next play is. I could Plague Engineer on Dryad, knock 2 mana out of play. I could let them develop for a turn. The fear of that is if they go Allosaurus Shepherd, Natural Order. Land Allosaurus Shepherd, Natural Order. Progenitus is in play. Good luck. Have fun. All right, I'm going to take out the Dryad Arbor. This might be short-sighted and greedy, but I'm okay with that for now. It'll be a problem eventually. And now I get to do the thing I lined up 100 turns ago, which is Mystic Sanctuary, put Swords of Plowshares on top. Oh, maybe not. Evoke Endurance. Okay, I don't care about that. Go ahead. You can have my plow. I'm not going to spend a Force of Will on that. Not ever. Not now, not ever. Here is Narset. Still have Force Blue card holding up. Wow, bricked. Is the deck that bad with Narset? Because that's the second time in this league that I've bricked on her. Unacceptable. They didn't play a land last turn. What did they pitch to Endurance? It was a Glimpse of Nature. Okay, that was prescient, given the Narset that I ended up casting that turn. The old Endurance, untap, Bajuka Bog strat. Good stuff. Nice. That should cover among the last problems that I might have. I'm going to take Jace. We're doing it like that. Blue-black, Strix. And I'm going to attack with Plague Engineer. 1, 2. Yeah, they can't cast Endurance this turn. And if Endurance is the last card in their hand and they trade it for a Death Touch creature, I'm okay with that situation. You just gotta hope Natural Order is the last card in their hand and they just slam it right now. Grist. Okay. That is, unfortunately, among the last things I was worried about. Does it matter? What does it do on this board? They play Grist. They kill Narset. Grist dies immediately. They make an Insect. I flash in Priest. Bounce. Oh no, I'm actually good. Yeah, Grist resolves. It's made an Insect. Sure. Okay. Flash in Priest. Caracas. Does that do anything? This is not a creature most of the time. If I bounce insect token, I can kill Grist, but at what cost? All right. Here's Jace. Bounce insect token. Attack Grist. If they lose their creature anyway. Yeah, the extra point means they can't top deck a creature and kill Jace. Yeah, so they're going to lose Grist here. 1 card in hand. It doesn't matter if it's natural order because I have Priest. They need to remove Priest before they can do most of the things that their deck knows how to do. They can attack and kill Narset this turn. I left that open. But that was calculated. We knew about that. Land go. Alright, now Jace gets to ride. Force of Will. Right, perfect Jace Brainstorm, juicing up my hand with spells. And they're out of here. 3-0. That was a clean one. I'm on the play against a Yorion deck. We're not going to get any easy ones, are we here? I'm going to start managing my clock now because it's going to matter. It doesn't matter if they're Zenith or Taxes. Just, it's going to matter. I'm going to lead on Tundra and Ponder because this Plow is good against both of the decks as well. Oh yes, this is great. These are basically the best 3 cards I could have wanted. Okay, ship it. Please cast Aether Vial. Alright, Wasteland. That doesn't tell me what deck it is, because both of those decks play 4 Wastelands. But I'm okay. I have a land right here, I have a land on top. Okay, cool. It is Taxes. Prismatic Ending or Swords to Plowshares. I'm gonna Plow. Oh shit. That shuffles away my Wasteland. That doesn't really matter. I'm gonna get the other Tundra. Cast Swords to Plowshares. I'm going for mana efficiency right now. Alright, Motobug. There's the Wasteland anyway. Brainstorm. Find me another real land. I hope. Not so much. Okay, Flusterstorm sucks, and I don't need to Fairy until next turn. I'm gonna hang this Bayou out here. Just give them something to think about with their next Wasteland. Okay, Teferi is gonna send that packing. Oh wait, no he's not, because this is not a blue land. Never mind. Alright, I'm gonna waste. I don't want to play against Saga. Yeah, the 4-color mana base got me here. I need to slow down, tighten up. That's 2 miscounts I've already made. Okay, there's Vial. I think I want to Brainstorm. I mean, it's a quote-unquote bad Brainstorm, but if I hit the land, fuck. Well, now I'm in trouble. Put back Flusterstorm and Uro. Then I draw Uro. Alright, I gotta Ponder into a land here. Underground Sea. Not the land I wanted. Yes it is, that's fine. No, that does the thing. 1, 2, 3, do not shuffle. And then I get to Witherbloom command. Target player mills 3 and exile Aether Vial. I actually want them to mill 3. And the reason is they have one-ofs like Cauldra and shit where milling them is relevant. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. 80 card deck. Get fucked. All right. There's a little bit of luck involved in that. That was, but I will say I am 2 for 2 on hitting Cauldra when I've done exactly that. And look how this lined up. I know Uro's on top of my deck, but I get to Wasteland the Urza Saga. They're going to make a construct in response, and then Teferi's going to bounce the construct. White, green, blue, and Teferi actually is castable with this mana. Get you out. Here's this fucking Flusterstorm back again. Someday I'll draw a Brainstorm to get rid of it. Recruiter of the Guard. Yeah, that's their best card. I was about to say. That's the best card they have. Recruiter for Recruiter. Okay. They're signing up for a long game here. No, plus Teferi. Blue-black Strix. Okay. They know I don't have a land drop now. For now. I have a lot of ways to find them. No Wasteland, no problems. Where's the Plowshares resolves? They're pressuring Teferi. Do I plow this? I think so. Yeah, I'm going to plow this. I just want to keep loyalty on Teferi. If they care about it, so do I. And now I have Force of Will, which is the best thing to do with a Flusterstorm in the matchup. Spirit of the Lab. I have that dead anyway. Witherbloom command. Get wrecked. Okay. Target player mills 3, and I pick up a land. You mill 3. Kill this creature. Green, black. And I'm going to get a fetch land this time. Actually develop my mana base. Plus Teferi. God, Witherbloom command is fucked. This is specifically the matchup that Pokemoki built this deck for. I am going to Force of Will this. This is not getting better. I mean, maybe Yorion later would be better, but I'm pretty happy with that exchange. Uro, blue, green. I'm using the Uro land drop first in case I draw a card like Ponder, then I still have my actual land drop. Tropical Island, yes, Ponder. I can still make a land drop this turn. I don't have a land drop this turn. Okay, I'm going to put Force of Will in my hand and Baleful Strix under it. I don't think I'm going to need the second Uro. And if I do end up needing the second Uro, or I can pitch Force to protect the first Uro, there's options here. 6 lands in play, Stoneforge Mystic. Caldra's already gone. They can get Batterskull or Jite. I can ending this thing. Shadow Spear, okay. I don't care about that at all. That's really bad. Is their hand just Batterskull? Why would they do that? Okay, I'm drawing Baleful Strix. I am fetching... I can... Swords to Plowshares, okay. Oh, yes, I can. Mystic Sanctuary. Put Swords to Plowshares on top. Yes. Uro. Green. Green, blue. Oh, fuck, that was the one from my hand. Shit. I just got distracted. I need to tighten up. I am losing my mind here. Plow. Stoneforge Mystic. Damn it. That was a huge punt. Huge, huge, huge punt. Okay. I have taken a deep breath and collected myself. It's time to play better. Solitude does not affect this board. Would you like to exile Solitude? There's Shadow Spear. Their last card in hand is Yorion, which I have the Force of Will for. Luckily, I don't think I'm going to get punished by that misclick. Blue, green, blue. I actually want to leave up the black for Strix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, 5 cards exiled. Uro's here. Rest down. Hell yes. That's a good card. I can bounce Solitude, which seems really weird. I'm going to bounce Shadow Spear. Why give them the choice? I guess I should have done that first. This Savannah could be in play if I had sequenced that correctly. Alright, they were slow rolling a Karakas. That's kind of a tilt. Which also means they can suddenly kill Teferi also. Wow. Powerful. Got me real good on that one. Okay, Teferi's dead. It's fine. Not a huge deal. Shadow Spear doesn't matter. Back down to Yorion is their only card in hand. Whipping Shadow Spear, sure. That was loosey-goosey, baby. Okay. Wasteland. Had that the whole time. Kill your Karakas. Blue, green. Trigger, Savannah. Blue, blue, green, green. And here comes Uro with Force backup. Uro's back. They're in top deck mode. Okay, let's do this thing. Please don't draw Karakas. Or Thalia. Holy shit, don't draw Thalia. Backclave Apparition. I'm gonna force this one. Then I can dress down Yorion next turn. Because they don't have the 5th mana to be able to slam it now. And I get to connect with Uro in between. And that's really what's gonna decide this game. Uro attack. And a land. Exile, Shadow Spear. Get rid of that. I'm going to save the other land. There's Brainstorms in my deck. I have enough lands now. Stoneforge Mystic. I'm going to let that resolve. I want to save the dress down for Yorion because that's the one I'm actually worried about. Batterskull, that's pretty good. They could even cast it now if they care that much. I don't think that's good though. Please attack, yes. Green, green, colorless. Here is Endurance to chew up your House of Cards. I'm actually going to Endurance myself. The game's getting scrappy. I want to fill my deck back up with all those sweet cards I cast already. Right, kill the Endurance for free. And there's Batterskull. There. I'm going to fetch to shuffle all those good cards back in. Tropical Island. Dramatic Ending. I don't have 5 colors in this deck. I'm going to attack with Uro. Here's Wasteland. I'm going to exile Stoneforge Mystic. White, blue. Get rid of that. I can double block the Germ token and then press down Yorion. Second Endurance. I'm going to target nobody. I don't want to put all their good cards back in their deck. I get to kill one of these. Here's the big finish that we've been playing towards. Press down. Not as good as it was a couple turns ago, but that Jace is pretty good. Attack with Uro. Brainstorm's great. I'm much more worried about the clock than my opponent at this point. Brainstorm. Swords of Plowshares. Force of Negation and land can go away. I'm going to just pass the turn here. I'm going to let them try to equip and then plow in response. Stoneforge Mystic number 3. Okay. I'm not fighting over that. Just Jitte left in their deck. Jitte resolves. Equip resolves. I don't need to respond to that one. Plow. Okay. Equip also resolves. Attack with my creatures. No response. Or no land. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's Jace. Bounce Stoneforge Mystic. I can force it on the way back down if I even care. Sanctum Prelate. Do I care about that? Probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Counter that. Then they can Stoneforge. Should be out of weapons at this point. Yep. And they can equip Jitte. And then I attack before I bounce. If they want to lose their only creature to get some counters on Jitte, that's a deal. Alright, didn't want to do that. No surprise. Blue, black, Strix. Force of Negation. Bounce Stoneforge again. Opponent's at 1. 13 minutes on my clock. Alright, I don't care about this. I'm going to bounce it with Jace. I'm just trying to tempo out. Making sure I can win the game this turn. Okay, they scooped. Alright, 13.5 minutes is enough time to win 1 game, but probably not to win 2, so I got to figure this one out. And naturally, this is one of the matchups where Gutshot and the 3rd Witherbloom command, all of those things that I cut for this high-octane combo league would be great. Okay, I like... Narset is a maybe, just that card advantage is good. None of these cards on the left matter. Force of Negation is bad. I don't want all 4 Force of Wills. Flusterstorm is bad. This is currently 4 cards out, 5 cards in, with 2 more options. Strix is kind of medium, but I don't think it's better than Priest. Like, Priest checks Vial, but it turns on Flicker Wisp as a removal spell. Okay, I'm shaving another Strix. And yeah, maybe Narset just doesn't get to come in. I'm here to go into the zone. Right, I'm cutting 1 more force for an Narset. I just like the selection and card advantage. Oh, I have Nullrod in my list, which wasn't in the previous list. Narset, you're much worse than Nullrod. Get out of here. I don't necessarily need 2 Endurance. I really like that card, though. Alright, I'm cutting... Nope, I'm leaving Endurance in. I like how it lines up in combat with all of their creatures. I'm going to keep Lead on Caracas. They're just respecting the Uro immediately. I like that. I'm going to Ponder. I don't have any basics to play on, so might as well just cast spells. Right. The fun of Force of Wills in my hand. There's a land on top. I don't have to counter Thalia or any such nonsense. I don't care about Wasteland. Right, Spirit of the Lab, I have that covered. Fetch for Tropical Island. I want to hide my black sources. Like, I don't really want them thinking about Plague Engineer. Get rid of that thing. There's a Saga. I have the Wasteland for that. Stoneforge Mystic. Is that one good? Yeah, that one's probably good. Shit. All right, didn't really want to Force of Will this early, but I'm not ready for Cauldra. Okay, they wasted me. I'm gonna waste them right back. I'm not playing a Saga game. All right, lanes go. We're through the thick of it. Just got to hit land drops at this point and let my better spells take over. Cycling Timeless Dragon, that's fucking dope. Is that normal in these D&T lists? Big fan. Butte resolves. All right, come on, deck. Now's the time for a land. Land. Ponder? All right, I'll take that. Ponder into a land. Yes. Found the land. Swords to Plowshares on top if I want that. Urrows under if I want that. Whether I shuffle or not will depend on if they play a creature that I need to plow this turn. And it appears like the answer is no. Okay, fetching in the end step. Gonna get a tropical island. And if I draw land and slam Jace on this board... Alright, drew the plow anyway. Moto bug confirmed. This is a bad time to get wastelanded. Okay, I have Aether Vial covered. That was clearly their draw for the turn as well. I'm gonna get Bayou and slam Endurance here. Start pressuring this board. And I'm gonna target myself. Let's make this game drag out. Okay. Here comes Endurance. I drew the land, and now it's Jace time. The Savannah checks all of my boxes. Oh, this is Blue to Delta, can't get Savannah. Alright, I'll double up on Tundra, because white mana is the most important for this matchup. Jace, and I'm going to Brainstorm immediately. Priest is pretty good. Seeds is pretty good on this board, too. I'm going to tuck Seeds and Plague Engineer. Skyclave Apparition, okay. Council's Judgment does the same thing. I was going to say Skyclave Apparition is good, but that also answers my thing. Okay, Seeds is on top of the deck. Attack with Endurance. Priest can keep Vial under control until I Seeds next turn. You just put Yorion in hand. Good to know. Attack with Endurance. Gonna jam this Seeds, clean up this mess. Bang. Enjoy the life points, but goodbye to your board. I can pick Seeds back up if they find Saga with Mystic Sanctuary. Timeless Dragon, Eternalize, I have that covered. With Prismatic Ending. Dress down, alright. Ending. Get rid of that. Dress down's really good. Also, it counters the Stoneforge Mystic or whatever, counters the Yorion in their hand. Well, the trigger anyway. Mother, alright. I've been waiting this Plague Engineer the whole game just for some shit like that to happen. Okay, I can dress down in response to this, so they don't get to kill my Endurance. Then you get a 2-2, well, 3-mana 2-2 tribal. Do I push? Yeah, I think I'm going to push with Containment Priest here. Wait, no, they have a 2-2 in play. There's no pushing to be had. Never mind. That was bad. Shouldn't have fetched. Right, I'm going to get Tropical Island. Ponder. Light from the Lone Baleful Strix. These are good cards. Do not shuffle. I can go blue-black on Strix and draw my land drop for the turn. And then I can fetch for Underground Sea and Plague Engineer on Human. If they have a land, they can Yorion this turn, which gets to exile my something with Skyclave Apparition. All right, they do have the land, but they have to tap out of Caracas if they want to Yorion now. Okay, they can flicker their Skyclave, which removes something on the way back in. This would have been a great time to have Priest up. Did I need this Strix into play? I don't know. That was bad. Okay, that's gone. They're porting me off black, sure. I'm going to attack with my creatures. I don't think they're going to block because they need to set up a Yorion turn. That's what I thought. And then green, blue. Here is Uro. And I am just going to save this Priest to blow out the Yorion. They attack for 5. They flicker all their shit. And then it doesn't come back. And I get a 3-3 off of Skyclave. I hope. Okay, Flicker Wisp. That's great too. They're flickering their Skyclave, which gives me a 3-3. If they have Swords to Plowshares or Solitude, they can punish my Priest line. But you gotta have it. Nope, their card is just exiled. Great. Drawing the other Engineer right now and naming Elemental would be the blowout of the century. Ponder. Nullrod Uro, Wasteland. Do not shuffle. Wasteland. Take out this Caracas. Not interested. They plow and plow. And I'm going to attack. Here comes all of my creatures. They can slam YOLO Yorion here as a 4/5 creature. Okay, Teferi answers that. We did it. Plenty of time. Did not play that game perfectly, but we are undefeated here. Spunky, I hope you're ready to pay me. We got one more to go. 4-0. Before the final round, I'm going to take a long break, get some food, relax myself. I felt myself playing bad, stressing about the clock more than I needed to, fetching the wrong lands. That was a mess. I won that one in spite of myself, not because I earned it. So let's go chill out before the final round. Deep breath. On the play against another damn Yorion deck. I'm going to mulligan this no-lander. I'm going to keep this some lander. I'm going to bottom Force of Will. Send one of the forces to the bottom. You generally don't need two of that card against Yorion decks. It doesn't matter what flavor they are. How about that combo slant I put on the deck, though, by the way, after we just played 4 fair matchups, 4 of the grindiest matchups you could ask for, plus elves. Island. Basic island. Okay. I will admit, I am confused by that. I'm going to get my Strix down now off of Tundra and Bayou. No, I think I do want the Bayou. Tundra and Bayou. That just gets all my colors set up. Blue-black. Here's Strix. Basic Island. Does the Zenith version... I guess they have a bunch of basics because they're a Primeval Titan Field of the Dead deck at the end of the day. Though I'm... Okay, that is not what's going on here. Esper Sentinel. I can remove that from play. Emery. Do I force Emery? Whenever opponents gives each turn. Shit. Alright, well, if I force Emery, they draw a card. Not doing it. Oh. This is cool. Not sure what this is, but it's cool. I am going to exile... Alright, yeah, I'm going to exile Esper Sentinel and pay the Troll Toll so they don't draw an extra card. Then I'm going to Wasteland them. We are in the grind. Always in the grind. Wasteland. Take you off artifacts. And I don't think Emery's attacking this turn, so I'm going to start pushing damage. It's nuts that they can just replay Esper Sentinel. Yorion Azorius Brobots. Okay. I'm ready. My body is ready. It's not a white source. I'm relieved by that. I would like to be able to cast Ponder next turn without too much bad news. Like, no Chalice, no Esper Sentinel, no Sphere of whatever, Thorn of Amethyst. None of those, please. Emery's targeting Lotus Petal. Okay. It's definitely a Saga deck, though, and Dress Down's going to be good there. Okay. Is it Urza time? Opter Foundry. Wow, that's so much worse. Force of Will doesn't even work here. Kind of works. Okay, Force pitching Ponder. They can just replay the Foundry next turn. Chalice on 1. Okay. I have to figure out how to navigate this. I can exile the Chalice. I can also just attack for 1, Dress Down in my end step, and then Emery can't replay anything next turn. If I Prismatic Ending the Chalice, right, I think that's the play. White, black, casted for 2. Yeah, this Emery is a monster. They don't have white mana right now. Emery can get them white mana, but if they don't have the white, then they can't play the... Like, if they have to Emery their mana source back into play, then they can't Emery the Opter Foundry back. We're in some trouble here. I need to get this Emery off the board. Like, fucking yesterday. Alright, they're targeting the Esper Sentinel. And they do have a white source. Surprise. Okay. Shit. Wow, that triggers the sword. It's a 2/3? Wow, this is so sick. I've never seen anything like this. Okay. A Canonist is kind of a problem. Tropical Island. You're a turn late to answer the Emery. I can Dress Down, not pay. They get to draw a card. It turns off all their stuff for a turn. Or I can attack for one, dress down in the end step, and stop them for a turn. This is bad. Really bad, actually. Okay, I'm dressing down now. I need to get something moving forward here. Can't pay, so I won't. Draw. It's a brainstorm now. Endurance, yes, that's what I needed. Put back these two. Ponder and Underground Sea. Okay, this dies. Dress down dies, and then when they go to target their Foundry with Emery this turn, I can Endurance them. They're also just ahead on the beatdown. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked. What am I doing attacking? They clearly have all this extra damage that I don't have. Right, here's Endurance. Please no Force. Okay, Hardcast Force means they can't replay the Thopter Foundry. Not that that really matters, because they can just do it next turn. And I can Ponder, and I am not going to pay the Troll Toll, because if I do, then I can't cast the Swords to Plowshares that I'm definitely going to draw right now. All right, I did find Swords to Plowshares. Do not shuffle my library. I mean, this is awkward because it doesn't actually stop the thing that I'm worried about. Yeah, they still get to cast their stupid thing. Because of Canonist, I couldn't cast a second spell there. So close right now, but it's gonna... I guess if I'm able to constrict their mana in a way that is relevant, maybe I can catch the sword in the graveyard. Seems really unlikely, though. They have Karakas that can pick up their Emery also. Or they just paid 3 for Crucible. That's cool. Alright. Crucible resolves. We get to make a land drop from the graveyard. End step, I'm going to plow Emery. They get to draw a card. They cannot pay the toll. They do only have 1 mana right now. If they go for a Thopter in the end step, I can actually clip them, but they should just untap. Oh my god. Oh my god. They are so reckless. That was insane. Do they have the Force? Oh, wow. Wow. None of this should have happened. They could have just untapped and played around Endurance, and all of it would have been irrelevant. They still have 4 cards in hand to my nothing at all. All right. I'm just fucking dead anyway. All right. Seeds of Innocence and Null Rod, both going to be pretty clutch here. And folks, you better believe it. If they get infinite life with their Thopters, I'm going to play it out. There is $500 on the line. I'm going to play to my outs. If they sack their Canonist, they must have another spell in mind. Oh, Karn. All right. This game's not going to go that long, turns out. Transmute Artifact. Wow. Okay. They're a Transmute Artifact, Yorion, Azorius, Urza Saga deck. All right. I'm going to let them do their thing here. I have Jace the Mind Sculptor in my deck. I can beat Infinite Life. Wink, wink. But they can actually kill me right now. My Urza Chops are a little rusty. They haven't activated Karn yet, and all of these Thopters are also Mox Sapphires. Like, they can just get Lattice. Yep, there it is. Time's been a problem the last couple of rounds, though. I am going to play this out. Going to attack Karn with all my creatures. Make some blocks happen, at least. Yep, they made their blocks. I wonder if Yorion actually has, like, synergy with the deck, or if they just ran out of cards they wanted to play. Or couldn't cut the cards they wanted to play. Okay, sideboard time. Null Rod, Seeds of Innocence. The sideboard, the combo slant sideboard is actually really good here. I take back any previous sass. Graveyard Hate is good. Narset's good. Null Rod's good. Canonist is not good. Seeds of Innocence, that's what you're for. I don't remember if I saw any actual islands, but I think I did, but not enough that would be something I actually want to do. Run afoul probably doesn't matter. Mystical Dispute could be great. Okay, Swords to Plowshares. I actually spent that whole game wishing Swords to Plowshares was in my hand. This is tough. I just like want every card all the time. They're heavily overloading what I'm trying to do. There's spots where Force of Negation is the best card and spots where it doesn't do anything. Prismatic Ending is really good. Strix is probably bad. I feel like once they're attacking, the game is over. So the blocking with Strix part doesn't seem that exciting. I think I want Force of Negations. Like, I want to cut a Force of Will before a negation. Or maybe I just can't cut any forces, but I think I have to. And maybe the Narsets don't get to come in. She digs so hard, though. Is Narset better than Uro? I'm willing to believe that on some level. Light from the Loam, they're not really destroying my lands at all. I mean, Narsets are in the maybe pile. I have the 6 cards that I definitely want. Yeah, Swords of Plowshare seems really important. Oh, Flusterstorm doesn't seem great. I get one of the Narsets now. And then, is Teferi better than Narset? It's probably close. I want my Graveyard Hate and Endurance. Witherbloom Command answers Chalice. I think this is the plan. One Narset, I just don't have room for the other. Okay, let's do it. On the play. Have you ever had to beat Azorius, Yorion, Thopter Sword for $500? I'm keeping this hand. I like Ponder, I like Mystical Dispute. I'm actually just going to land go. I really want to fight over an Emery, because that's what happened last game. Emery just buried me. I'm going to start on Polluted Delta, because the Mystical Dispute has to be a blue land, regardless. But Flooded Strand can access my white lands. Land go. I'll take that. I like Uro. I'm going to play my other land and Ponder here. I'm going to Ponder off of Tropical Island. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I'm leaving up white in case I draw Swords of Plowshares. There it is. Witherbloom Command is really excellent. Okay. I hope I don't have to cast a spell this turn, because I like the cards on top of my deck. They can Emery off of this mana, and I can't counter it. I named Wizard. You're a wizard, Emery. Okay, there's Emery. She cannot be countered, so I won't even try. They didn't casually mill over a sword this game. Okay. Fetch for white. In white. Yeah, there's no scrubland in the deck. Once again, punishing for no scrubland. It's okay. Tundra. I'm going to wasteland their Seat of the Synod. I think taking them off Metalcraft is better than taking them off Cavern in this position. Okay, that all happened. We take those. I have Mystical Dispute and Force of Will available. But not that any of that helps against Urza Saga. Come on. Ooh, Ending. Is Ending good? What does Ending do? I can get rid of their Opal, but they're not Metalcraft anyway. This is a little awkward. I can get rid of Sword forever. Am I more worried about Sword or Opal? Or whatever's coming out of that Urza Saga 2 turns from now. I'm going to end the Opal. That leaves up Mystical Dispute. Yeah, if I had fetched my lands differently, if I had led on Underground Sea instead of Trop, this Witherbloom Command would have been at work already. Now I'm going to have to wade through multiple... I'm going to have to wade through this Saga situation. I just have to crack off Uro now. Miss a land drop. Okay, found a land, and it's a black one. The Saga, if they have a Graveyard Hate card, they can get it right now. I can pitch Endurance if I need to mess with their graveyard. I have Mystical Dispute, but not Force of Will. I have one or the other. This is the time to find Dress Down. We got Tormod Script. Yeah, that's a good one. I can Endurance myself to save my Uro, but I don't think that actually matters. Alright, yeah, they're just scripting me. Sure. It's gone. What can I do with this? I can cast Uro. That doesn't actually help. I can Witherbloom Command. That doesn't do anything. I can destroy Sword of the Meek, but it's kind of better in the graveyard. But that does hit my land drop for next turn. I can't do that and cast Endurance, though. Oh, this is rough. Can I afford to take 8 on spec? Alright, I'm going to hold up Endurance for this turn and just hope to draw a removal spell and get back ahead of these constructs. Okay, Mystical Dispute this card. That's what we've been holding on to the whole game. The 4/4s are too big. I'm going to fetch in the end step and get Endurance into play. I want Savannah for my white count up. Green, colorless. I'm going to bomb their graveyard because they do use it on removal spell. Okay. I can Witherbloom Command their sword out of play. I think Prismatic Ending. Ugh, this sucks. Okay. I could drain them for 2 and regrow my land. I think I should destroy the sword. Okay. Oh wait, I can kill both their shits, right? If I exile Prismatic Ending. Oh yeah, we're good, we're good. Okay. Prismatic Ending on one of the constructs. And then Witherbloom command. Oh shit, no, they have Seed of the Synod. Damn it. I thought I figured that out. Okay. Destroy target thing and mill me. I am going to target myself, target the sword. Green, black. This gets me at least Flooded Strand back. I milled over an Uro. That is what I was trying to do here. Okay, I can't attack. I'm probably going to need a block. They have 4 cards in their hand. Oh god, they're going to slam Urza right now. Oh, Karn. Yeah, they can wish for another Tormod script and just take me off of my Uro that I worked so hard for. Yeah, they got another Tormod script. Yeah, whatever. Okay, 2 Uros gone. They have to block, though, because I can clear Karn. I'm on spells. Spells in my deck. That's not a spell. Okay, attack Karn. They took the chump. I can Force of Will on hardcast mode now, as long as they don't cast a wizard. Tapping their cavern. That's not a wizard. That is an artificer. Alright, take that down. They just wished with Karn. Put Sword of the Meek into their hand and into play. Okay. This is too many lands. I had a chance here, but I think it's fading quickly. I'm going to play out one of these lands, because my deck is pretty mana hungry, and I'm going to need to do some crazy shit to pull back in at this point. Mox Opal. 1 card left in their hand. And it's Transmute Artifact. Jesus Christ. Alright, well, they have Thopter Sword set up, but they don't have infinite mana. I do have Plague Engineers in my deck for this reason. Right, come on, Plague Engineer off the top. Look who decided to join the party, you asshole. Okay, now I lose. Spunky, you're gonna get to keep your money today. I'm very mad about it. My opponent, once again, is just like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want this Sword of the Meek. What if my hand was Endurance? What if I had any Graveyard Hate spell? If you just tap your lands in the other order, if you just, like, make a Thopter first, and then make a Construct, you play around Graveyard Hate. It doesn't matter. I'm dead, but meh. Okay, I'm gonna chill. I can chump block the Construct for a turn and draw Seeds of Innocence. We're fine. We're fine. We got this. Oh shit, unless they get Shadow Spear, then I'm just dead. Please don't have Shadow Spear in your Chalice of the Void deck. Yeah, Aether Spellbomb doesn't do it either. All of these are, like, shitty cards in a Chalice of the Void deck. Seeds of Innocence can still bring me home. They got Expedition Map. Okay. I still have Force of Will if they have more spells this turn. Okay, they're going to attack me down to 4, and then I'm going to draw Seeds of Innocence. Required to block the 8/8. I guess I'm in a fetch for the thinning part of the game. Need to fetch anything that can thin my deck out. Go to 2. Make sure I have enough green and black. Okay. I've done what I can. Seeds of Innocence off the top. Okay. We're dead. Good job, Spunky. You're $500 richer. I hope you're happy. Okay. 4-1. Started out 4-0. Fell to Azorius Thopters in the final round. We had the tools, but they outmaneuvered me. My combo slant did not pay off in this particular league, but we did learn an important lesson, which is that it doesn't matter. This deck is so good at grinding. Like, I beat Death and Taxes and Delver and all these grindy fair matchups with a deck full of cards slanted towards combo. So I can keep this slant for the future leagues. I get 2 more shots at the trophy. My money isn't gone yet, but I do have to work a little harder for it now. Maybe the second Force of Negation is a little overkill, and that can be something back in the other direction, or something that sort of rides the difference between combo and fair. Maybe like a Narset could be in the main deck, because that's good against combo and against fair decks. Yeah, maybe that's where I'm going next. 1 less Force of Negation. Narset will be in the main, That opens up a sideboard slot. That's what I'm thinking for the next one. At least Paradox Zone earned its keep. This one will remain as the fair deck smasher in the sideboard. Maybe I'll play a second Seeds or a Pernicious Deed and a Deed and Seeds in the Narset slot. That sounds pretty good. Okay, that sounds like the deck for the next one. Narset in the main over one of the Force of Negations, and Pernicious Deed takes that sideboard slot. That's what I'm thinking for the next go around. Stick around. That'll be on the channel eventually. See you next time. Thanks for watching.